What's up, guys? Yo, yo, yo. I think my mic should sound better right now. Hopefully. Hopefully it does, but I'm pretty sure. What's up, guys? Oh, shit. I had that stream on, sorry. But yeah, it should sound a lot better. Definitely. So yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. So for me today, still no trades. Wanted to take some longs right here. Inside this 5-minute fair value gap right here, but didn't quite get the timing that I wanted. So yeah, I didn't take it. And then right now I'm looking for any sort of scalps really. If we can have a decent scalp opportunity, I'm not against longing or shorting. So for now, what would I look for right now in this scenario is to see what price will do after tapping this 15-minute order block. Are we going to respect those bullish PD arrays? What are we going to do? So are we going to create bullish structure or start breaking down? Right now, just looking at this price action, we swept London highs and we're rejecting them, and we are starting to break down lower. We formed this internal fair value gap, so after sweeping this buy side, could have been a nice opportunity to short back towards the unfilled gap, that's for sure. So yeah, but for now, I'm gonna look for, if I have one thing that I want right now, would be this candle to be, let's say, an accumulation candle, then to see a new one open, sweep those lows, and then start to push back to the upside. That would be really good. I want to start seeing some bullish PD arrays being formed from this range, 100%. What's up, guys? So yeah, there is a new website for Tradeify. So there was a little issue with the codes last time, but it will get fixed. I think the 5-minute looks good for shorts. It wicked up to the bearish 15-minute for value gap and disrespected the gap left from the buyers. Right here, there's a lot of gaps there though inside this range. Depending, if you take a look at this 5, it could be a good play. But I don't like when the range is that big. I'm not against. Like I said, every time I stream, like I definitely will take more aggressive scalps. That's 100%. But I will not put in my full size if it's not an A+ setup, and in my opinion right now, it's not even worth taking yet. Yeah, for me, 100%. Are all 5 accounts evals? No, they're 5 straight to sim funded accounts. So 550k accounts. But yeah, I'm definitely pretty hungry for a trade. I didn't take any trades yesterday. So we're on Wednesday and I only took one trade this week. Ended up being a winner. I will show you what trade I took. For today, basically the only trade I think was pretty decent was this one. Um, reason being, like I said on the last stream, I don't know why it got taken down for some reason. I don't know if I said something weird or, but let's say here this was the 15-minute fair value gap, and I remember saying that my condition for it to be, let's say, an A plus to just scalp the order flow inside this range was if you couldn't close inside this 15-minute gap. You could say we did close, but algorithmically was 0.25 handles, so you could consider that not being a strong close. And then you had a gap form, so you souped that high. Basically, you wicked the buy side and you created a bullish fair value gap right here. If we're truly bullish, we should respect the zone to create a new high. But then look at what happened. We created that a V signature, so 4 candle pattern. So this could be a good scalp, in my opinion, right here. So this was the only opportunity I saw, let's say, in terms of YouTube model. And yeah, for my own model, let's say, still, like I said, I wanted to see this 5-minute fair value gap get filled right here. Like at this candle, I wanted to see a down move, fill this 5-minute fair value gap, sorry, plus this 5-minute order block. So inside this range, like we had a lot of PD arrays. We had this order block, this breaker. So this is a breaker for me on the 5. We had this order block right here, and we had this fair value gap. So, and also we were rejecting the daily open. So a lot of confirmations that told me that price was willing to go higher. I was down too long here. Unfortunately, didn't get the timing right. So we'll look for another possible opportunity. And also right now, like my mic could sound a little bit better, and I think you guys don't. Do you guys hear when I click? Hopefully, like when I click on my mouse or when I click on, my keyboard, you guys shouldn't hear that. I put the noise canceling thing. So, do you guys want music? Background music, I think it's good to have. Tell me if you guys want background music. If most people want, I'm gonna put it. If not, then not. I mean, but inside this range right now, it's pretty 50-50. Can't have a good read of the market. I would need a 15-minute candle to give me a confirmation at least of the order flow. We can listen hours. Facts. You guys can hop on, what is it, Spotify? So I think this week was, it was a little bit challenging for me, 100%. Not in terms of setups, or it just, the reads are difficult. There is more accumulations, and the price action looks a little bit more choppy than usual, especially yesterday. Like yesterday PM session, it was like even in AM, like right here, pretty hard. I saw there was a really good trade right here to take, in my opinion. I was willing to take it because it was aligning with my higher time frame narrative also. Not gonna lie, like with my real accounts, but didn't hit the buy button. I actually was watching the market and would take this long with TP at 15-minute fair value gap above, and then right after the short, you just talk about I watch your videos and it's like my eyes opened. Nice. I'm happy for you, bro. It's Marika. I don't know if you're a guy or you're a girl, but I'm happy for you. Yeah, it's like I said, most important thing is not to understand the entry model. Everyone can understand the entry model. It's the easiest part. What um, what I think makes the difference is having a framework on the higher time frame that you can rely on every time. So let's say here, um, we're rejecting lows and we are creating bearish fair value gaps. So if you find signs of weakness right here, SMTs, break of structures to the upside, then this internal fair value gap will most likely become your draw. That was a good thing you said. Or on the lower time frame, if you can't close, let's say, singular handle once you tap this 15-minute gap, it means that there was a lot of passive sellers right here. A lot of passive sellers that, aggressively defended their position, which will lead most likely to possibly a down move that you can scalp. Take a few handles out of it, 100%. So right now, what am I seeing in this 15-minute? I basically I always like to think about ranges. So let's say here I have this 15-minute candle that printed, and this one traded inside the previous 15-minute range. So this is what I call an accumulation. So I would need for price to either break out of this range or sweep the low of this range and then close back inside of it to know, okay, which participants are active in the market, which one are controlling the lower time frame. A girl? Okay. That's good. What's your thoughts about the first 5-minute candle of 9:30? Which strategy is that? Who first 5-minute candle of the 9:30 open? Who gave that strategy? Which I don't know about the strategy, to be completely honest with you. Which one is it? Hello, Trader King. I really don't know what you're talking about, the first 5-minute, but if I understand well, like you would basically take the first 5-minute candle, let's say, and put possibly a fib, and then you would not fade that move potentially, or you would try to short back with a fib level. That's what I think you're possibly referring to, I guess. I don't know if it's this strategy. If it's that, I really don't know about it. First, I really don't know about it, and second, I don't remember seeing someone talking about it really. So let me know if it's exactly this or if it's something else. It's a strategy where you take the first 5-minute candle of 9:30, put a line on the top, a line on the bottom, then switch to the 1-minute once you get a breakout above the high or the low with the fair value gap you get in. Is that like a... Yeah, I was gonna say it. Alright, okay, it's a Casper strategy. Alright. I guess, to be honest, I can't really tell you. I really don't know about the statistics of that. Like the most, tell me if this is good, guys, but what I really wanted to do in my YouTube channel is I know a lot of people are looking, for strategies and stuff. But I wanted to make a playlist where I just give you guys all the ICT strategies and all the most popular strategies. So you don't have to go and look at another YouTuber to know if he's telling if he's basically giving you the right rules for the setup or the strategy that you're looking at. Like, let's say the most popular strategies that I would go through would be, the silver bullet, the H4 power of 3. What else? Let's say ICT's 30-second model. A lot of stuff. 2022 model. I think like making a series with the strategies, because I talk a lot about inversion for value gaps, I know. And as you guys know, like I said, it's a good strategy in my opinion, and like I said, it's not necessarily a strategy that you want to take it exactly this way and you don't want to have your own sauce. You want to make it better every single day and add your own rules to it. I think this is a good base, but you could definitely make it better, of course, by understanding the higher time frame and putting rules together to stay out of the losing trades, etc. So I would say I would say it would still be a good thing to give you guys more strategies. So maybe you guys like higher RR, or some of y'all cannot even trade during New York session, etc. So like always, what I say, guys, is don't take a YouTube strategy and think it will change everything for you. Just take the strategy and use it as a core, as a really good base to understand, okay, this is what I'm looking at, and then every single day get 1% better towards it. And I think this is the way to go every time you're looking at a YouTube video. Even if like you're always gonna see 75% win rate trading strategy, like this is most of the the thumbnails, but really what you should do is take the core and add your own rules to it. We're currently chopping heavy. Like I said, it's exactly the same thing that happened on the 15 and on the 1 hour. So let's say if I use this candle as my range, so the previous 1 hour, we didn't trade above this 1 hour candle, trade below this 1 hour candle, closed back inside the range of both sides. So didn't break out, didn't close back, or didn't even trade past this 1 hour range. Knowing this, I know this candle was accumulating. So there is no direction whatsoever on the higher time frame. So right now, trading inside this chop is pretty it's gonna be pretty hard. To me, the Sunday recaps are very useful. I don't know why, but they took down the last Sunday recap. I don't know why. I don't know if I said something, but I guess. Yeah, the Sunday recaps are great, but like I do, like, let's say the last video that I made, it was a quicker version of the Sunday recap. I think it's a good idea for content. Maybe more people will find something for themselves. I personally started watching your videos because I feel good using the strategy. Yeah, for sure. If it can help people, that's the most important thing. Because the first thing basically in this community is that there's so many information, like so much content to go through, and you don't know exactly which one is good, which one is not good. Like that's usually what happens. It's like it's overwhelming. I remember when I was first starting, I didn't know if I needed to watch ICT. It's really about the time. You know what I mean? Like when you start, you feel like you want to have a plan written for you, because if not, you're wasting your time. Because um, why do I make like the same kind of videos every time? It's because I don't think there is better, concepts than liquidity and fair value gaps. So knowing this, it's straight to the point. You don't even have to focus on anything else. Like the true thing is that so many people will just remain students and just try to get better and better by adding stuff to their systems, but they will end up with analysis paralysis. So they will just, you know, they will see an order block here and a reason to go short and then a reason to go long, and it will fuck up their head. So in my opinion, taking the core strategy, or 2-3 concepts, and getting better every single day with them, adding some sort of discretion, or just a playbook. That's the most important thing. What is a playbook? It's having 3-4 core strategies in your backpack, because if there is something, let's say if there is some market conditions that are pretty bad for one of your setups or one of your strategies, then you just take a look at your journal. Okay, in the last 4 or 5 weeks, if I use this strategy, which I already know, it looks like it's way better. This is what you can do in big losing streaks. This is how you adapt. Usually, like if you go through big loss streaks, it means that the market is not gonna yield you the same amount of returns with your strategy, with your core strategy. That's usually what I do. What I do is that I switch time frames, use the same framework, but I switch time frames. Bro looks majestic. Appreciate you, bro. So yeah, right now still no trades for me. Or I saw someone doing a series on YouTube called finding one A plus setup per day, using, let's say he was using, I think, volume profile, you know, and he was saying finding one A plus setup per day using volume profile or volume profile strategy day one, and then he's doing like a 30 or 40-day series. I don't know if you guys would enjoy that, because I don't know, it's like it's hard to know what people like to watch. Actually, it's like there's some people who don't want to see too many videos. They're like, okay, this guy has 79 videos, it's too overwhelming, it's going to be too complicated to go through all of them. I just want, a playlist, quick videos, straight to the point, and I don't want to waste my time. I want to, put more time in backtesting than I do watching videos, and I completely understand that. I think a series like this is great if you want to grow your YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. It would be a daily thing. Like I would have to upload daily. But I think it's a pretty good idea. Honestly, you're such a good teacher. You should really go with something like that. You explain really good and make everything clear. Appreciate you. I really appreciate that. I think I think the biggest part of me, teaching in a way that you guys like it is the fact that English is not, let's say, my first language. So I use super simple words and a simple framework to make you guys understand how I read the chart. So like since I have to dumb it down, I use super simple words, and even if, let's say, if English is not your first language, I still think you would understand perfectly what I say. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, that's one thing that's missing about my content is the entertainment. I don't. I could post vlogs actually, but I don't know if y'all would like that. You are this week. Yeah, I'm gonna be on Tradeify TV. I'm gonna be on Tradeify TV on Friday. I was supposed to be there on Wednesday, so today, but yeah, TT Trades couldn't be there on Friday, so y'all better show up on Friday. All right, your English probably better than mine. Appreciate you, bro. I have that accent. That accent is killing y'all. For some people, they're like, bro, what is this guy talking about? But that plays a huge part, by the way, in content. A lot of people don't want to hear, you know, uh, a lot of hours of content from a guy who has an accent. And I feel you. It's okay. Um, how much risk? How much risk per account do I take? I take my full size is $1,000 of risk per account, and I have 5 accounts. Um, yeah. So depending, I could be risking 1,200 per account, because depending, I have mainly two systems, and one of the system that I have is 0.8 risk to reward, and the other is 1 to 1 because I DCA into my trade at discount. And yeah, so depending on the situation, sometimes I will risk 1,200 to make 1,000, and sometimes I'll risk 1,000 to make 1,000. So that's pretty much it. People love dumbed down content. It speaks to them. Yeah, appreciate the feedback. Must be closing in on payout or your account soon. No, right now basically I'm up. I'm up a pretty decent amount this month on the Tradeify accounts, but since I chose the 150Ks, I need to bring them all the way up to $9,000 per account before requesting my first payout. But I decided to go with them since they have the biggest drawdown and it's the easiest path to live, plus the bonuses, etc. I really think it's the best. So I still have the first payout is the hardest one to get, but then the rest are inevitable. So right now I'm building up on that first payout. Will take some time for sure. I don't care if I don't get it this month. If I get it next month or you know in 4 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't care. Just if I can lock in the first payout, then I know the three other payouts will come pretty fast. So yeah. I think that was one of the reasons why I joined the group. I identified with the way you speak because English isn't my first language. Yeah, a lot of people said that to me. They're like, "Oh, I'm Brazilian and I don't really understand the English, but when you speak, I understand it." So, yeah, appreciate y'all. Trades dropped some good info on Tradeify TV today. You have to outdo him. Yeah, I saw. He's pretty damn good. He called out the fact that price was gonna go back towards the daily open and then reverse, which exactly happened. Really good. What he did was really good. So, yeah, for sure. But he's T Trades, he's the goat. Definitely the goat. Well, as soon as I saw you on Tradeify TV Live, I knew there was a QC in my midst. Reason I subbed. Yo, are you from Quebec? But yeah, definitely. Like if you are from Montreal, you the accent is you get the accent pretty quick. You know I'm from there. $1,000 of risk on what size? On an account with $6,000 of drawdown. So it's a 150K straight to sim funded account, which is they're called lightning accounts right now, I think. You don't take 2R trades? Not really, bro. Are you live trading on YouTube every day? Not now. Not now. Because I have a Discord and I live trade on my Discord a lot. Usually what I do is I just go live when I see a trade. I used to go live, let's say, from 9:30, 9:50 to like lunch. But I have a lot of trades that happen in PM sessions, so what I chose to do was just to go live when I saw a trade. Watching you from Toronto. Appreciate you, bro. That's crazy. Longs from 208 on that 15-minute. Pretty good, I would say. Yeah, this is a slow grind up for sure. I was 1K away from the 9K goal and back down to 4K. These accounts do take time. Yeah, for sure. Don't even look at the money inside the account. Just trade. Just trade. Keep trading and, you know, basically like what I say is that if you truly understand trading, you don't have any you don't have any you can't you can't do anything about your losses. It doesn't mean that if you lose, you did something wrong. You just followed your system. So no matter if you were $1,000 away from getting your payout or, one trade away, there's nothing you can do about it really. It's just you just need to keep trading your system, and the random distribution will make you hit your payout or not. That's really about it. It's like you need to be patient and you need to understand that you have, let's say, a strategy and the odds are with you, but the wins and losses are completely randomly distributed. So even if you're one trade away from your payout, it doesn't mean that you're not going to hit a 4 trade losing streak. So that's always what you have to keep in mind to have a healthy mind, in my opinion. It's pretty easy to get caught up on, oh shit, I made a bad decision here. Depending, like there is sometimes you will make bad decisions and you will, let's say, oversize, or not you will not be able to accept the loss, especially when you're one trade away from getting the payout, and then you will do some dumb stuff. But usually, if you just respect your plan to the T, and you were super close to getting the payout and you didn't, just keep trading. But yeah, I feel you. It happened to me so many times. Watching you from Swaziland. I actually don't know where it is. Eswatini. I don't know if I'm dumb, but I actually don't know where it is. Sorry, but I appreciate you. Portugal. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I don't even have a lot of people from the States, I think, watching my stuff. Yeah, it's hard to accept when you're one trade away from getting the payout. It's really hard to accept the loss. Really, really hard. I feel you on that. 100%. On the open low here, 15. Like we're in a huge chop. We gotta blow your channel up. Yeah, for sure. You just spam the like button, of course. If you guys like, we'll get bigger for sure. But yeah, I'll host way more giveaways, guys. Trust me. I am the type of guy who will give back 100%. So stay tuned for the giveaways. One thing that I did last time that I think I shouldn't have done was to give away. I gave away like so many accounts on the same day, and I think it killed the hype. It was hype for sure at the time that I did it, but I think if I like give away a one straight to funded account per stream, that shit would be insane. How's today been? Pretty mid for me. I didn't take any trades. Didn't see. I wanted to get into longs here to target this internal gap. This was my long idea, but ended up filling the gap before I wanted to enter. So before I had my entry, basically. So unfortunately, I couldn't enter. Hopefully, hopefully you did well, Joel. I'm seeing you on TikTok, bro. Just yo, keep going. I'm gonna start with those face cams soon. Trust me, bro. I wanted to like the day I saw you post on TikTok with your, let's say, your face cam, doing like the selfie videos, bro. I was like, bro, I'm gonna do it because he's doing it. So then I went to my journal, and for some reason, my Tradeify journal is not available right now. So like I don't have my data. So like even if I wanted to show like the trade that I was in on the day and how much I was up on the month, I couldn't. So I was like, bro. But yeah, I'll start doing it for sure. That brings, for sure a an extra eyes on you, and if you don't do well with those accounts, then there you're gonna have to handle some heat. But yeah, I don't really care. I'm gonna do it anyways. 100%. But yeah, keep going, Joel. For sure, bro. I like your stuff. We gotta meet in real life. But I don't know for what reason, but it looks like the TikTok trading community is dead. I don't know why. It looks like it's dead. I remember back in 2023, everyone was posting and getting a shit ton of views. Like it could have been random people. But right now, it feels like even the big content creators on TikTok don't even talk about trading at all. They're like, or if they talk about trading, they don't even show a chart. Like TikTok is just a troll. It's a troll app for sure. Like you just have to show your face, not even have to show your charts. Maybe because there's way too many people on this app now. Yeah, it looks like it's dead. I don't want to sound like I'm coping. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But you gotta be early when the wave's gonna go back to the upside. For sure. Like you have to be pretty active when the TikTok wave will do his return. But I feel like I saw a video last time and it's so true. Like the content that blows up nowadays isn't even like really valuable content. It's brain rot. It's like brain rot content is like being kind of funny, dark humor ish, and you're a trader, and then people are gonna. I don't know. I don't know if it's me or, but I feel like the brain rot has taken over the kids nowadays. Hi, bro. Are you taking? Are you live trading every day? I'm trading live on YouTube on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and on Wednesday usually will be on Tradeify TV, and on Thursday, Friday will be on my channel. But this week it's Wednesday, Thursday on my channel, and Friday on Tradeify TV. Yeah, all the brain rot is getting the eyes right now. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, one thing I will never do, Joel, is doing that type of content, like the brainwalk content. I don't want to be associated with that type of content. That's for sure. And I know you're exactly like the same as me on that point. It's like what you wanna make content for kids, bro. You wanna make little kids laugh? Oh, get a grip. What do you get as a member of the Discord server? Um, to be completely honest, uh, you don't get a lot. I mean, a member of Discord server, like I would say you get more for your bucks if you're a mentorship student, because the VIP members, like let's say I live trade with another analyst. I live trade every single day, but I go live when I see a trade. So if there's no trades, then I just don't go live. And usually I don't have that high of a frequency of trades. So, the value is not, isn't, is far from being as good as the mentorship. That's for sure. You could ask any mentorship student ever and they will tell you. But it's not something I want to promote here. Absolutely not. Dead as the videos with racism, homophobia jokes. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Like you're never gonna see me do that type of content and have that type of dirt on my name. Hell no. Bruh, I lost. I lost connection for a while. I don't know for what reason. Yeah. The one thing I kind of liked, I saw it, was like you know the videos where you have a different your voice goes from being super high pitched to like uh super deep, and it goes from being super fast to super slow. When you have like bad NQPA, that would be good to do. But yeah, I feel like let's say the people right now enjoy the mentor for his personality more than for the content he's pushing. So hopefully the TikTok wave will know better. 100%. Twitter is the least worst. Yeah, I think Twitter is where you will see way more grown people. 100%. The community on Twitter is really toxic though, but there's way more people trying to be full-time traders than signal bots. Like TikTok is full of people who just want to get rich quick, but Twitter people are aware of the complexity of the business model, so you're not talking to drones. But TikTok is like someone who does not even trade could see your content, and as soon as you have that, bro, as soon as someone who doesn't even trade see your content, he's like, yo, you're gambling. He's gonna report your videos and stuff. Whole bunch of nonsense. But hopefully my voice sounds better right now, because I tweaked some stuff on my mic, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna crash out. Upgraded my PC and stuff, so it better sound good. True, sometimes it's really toxic, but there's a lot of high quality content. Yeah, for sure. In terms of like being inspired by some people, I think Twitter's pretty good for that. There's a lot of good content out there. Basically, like on Twitter, you're not gonna see people flexing their cars or flexing any type of. They're gonna flex payouts, but I mean, that's high key a great thing that you broke into the Twitter space. Yeah, man, I would say I got big on Twitter, but it has to be the hardest thing to do ever to like get big on Twitter. I really thought about it. I got like it's all if you ask me, it's all luck. All right. Like of course I worked hard and stuff, but the timing you need all the stars to align together to blow up on some sort of social media. If you want me to be completely honest, like you could have such good content and be a really good trader, but never have the recognition you truly deserve. Especially nowadays, it's like I think really to have some sort of clout on social media, you need to be the instigator of something. You need to be the first one on a wave. Like, completely honest, like, for me, what actually made me blow up on Twitter was the fact that I was sharing my TradeZilla and my daily journal. Bro, nobody was doing that shit. Nobody ever. No one. At the time that I was doing it, no one even had TradeZilla. Like, they had it, but I didn't see anyone post like that. But if you're the first on a certain wave that people like, people will know that you instigated that move. You were the first one on that move, and they're gonna know you're about it. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, let's say, but it's hard on other platforms also, bro. It's like you can't you can't really make it just by posting, and it's like you need a concept. You need a concept to blow up, bro. It's not easy. And sometimes, even if you have a good concept, people are just not gonna like your face. Yeah, that's for real. So like it's gonna take a little more time. That's my opinion, though. It really doesn't matter if you don't end up breaking into the TikTok side. I mean, yeah, I don't really care. For me, like, the most important thing is YouTube, for sure. Like, by far, YouTube. Like, even if you ask me at Twitter, of course, um, really, really the best thing that could have happened. But YouTube is my main focus, for sure. So posting on YouTube, short forms, long forms, live trading on YouTube, giving out value for free. The most amount of value that I can give for free will definitely be on YouTube. And like I said, like TikTok, even if I post the same content I do as on YouTube, it's never gonna make the same amount of views because people don't want to listen to that. Because people listen to TikTok half, they are half asleep on their bed, or they're like on their their break in their work break. So like they don't even have time to listen to a fair value gap video, or they just want to see fast cars, someone trolling, or someone dissing on another person. That's really about it, I would say. Beefs do get views though. Beefs do get views. That I will say. You were definitely one of the first few. On TikTok back in 2023, bro, there was not a lot of people, and I'm telling you, I saw the come up of every single person, every single person. It was like this space was like basically what happened with this space is that it got big during COVID, all right, but then it died down. It died down pretty aggressively, and it was dead all the way to like early 2023. And then in 2023, this is when things started to pick up. And then like there was few people that were doing content on TikTok. Some of them disappeared. Some of them are still there, and some of them made like they made the biggest bag in front of us. Like it's insane. Like I saw some people come up from zero. Like you guys see the bigger names, all right? They were super super small. The Think about the biggest, the four biggest people on in trading, like ICT trading basically. they were super small back when I was trading at the time. Just to give you a perspective, around this time there was two steps evaluations on futures firm. Like, it was bad, pretty bad, and like you needed 10 trading days to pass the eval. No, no, no. But yeah, even like, bro, PW was not that big back in the day. You would be surprised, but he was not that big. Like, all the people, let's say I'm talking more about ICT traders, but even PW was not that big, of course. Like, he was still like beefing with ICT and stuff, but bro, he was not that big. And just telling you, like, most people who you're seeing basically who blew up out of nothing, just more talking to Joel on that, but they got shouted out by someone. They got a shout out by someone who you know who it is, called ICT, but most of them got a random shout out by him. You know, like when you get shouted out by ICT himself, your life will change overnight. But yeah, one thing I learned even through this space, where like one thing about me is that I'm never gonna be beefing, even if it gets views and stuff. Like, giving attention to other people for the bad reasons is never gonna give you first, it's killing your image, and second, so many it's only bad stuff that will come from that. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Most of them. Most, I'm telling you, because the basic is that, let's say you have, it's always like a some sort of I wouldn't say that, but let's say there's a big guy, and for him to have the recognition, let's say you need testimonials. So once the guy like made, either is starting to lose clout or he's starting to lose credibility, then he needs some minions to, get back on top. So the easiest thing to do at this time is just to look at some people and tell, okay, they're successful with my work, so see see what my work did. That's pretty much it. But yeah, every big name you can think of, telling ya. But yeah, so Joel, we trying to make it on TikTok, bro. We gotta step up the game, bro. We gotta step up the game, 100%. Cause I listen to your videos, and bro, you're a smart guy. I can tell. No, you're not. You're smart, and people should definitely possibly listen to you, even on this app. But it's a question of timing. It's a question of timing. But when we say the quote says that you create your own luck. That's just because if you show up every single day, one day you're possibly gonna have the opportunity. And if you don't post every single day, then even if there is the opportunity, you will not even see it because you're blind. It's like if we ask you how many red cars did you see today, you're not gonna know. But if every single day you're looking for those red cars, you know, you'll find it. I'll do what it takes. I'll post to no one for months if I have to. Yeah, you got this, bro. You got this. But if I have one piece of advice, go on YouTube, bro. Go on YouTube. Easiest thing. Like what I like about YouTube way more than let's say Instagram or TikTok is that on YouTube you know that the people that are listening to your videos can sit down for 10-15 minutes and listen to your whole video. When on TikTok, let's say, even if that guy ends up joining your community or your Discord or starts joining your YouTube streams, you don't know if he's someone truly about it or if he's just, you know, someone who's gonna quit after 1 month. That's usually what you're gonna see, like the quality of the people who are gonna join your community. If they're from YouTube, it's gonna be way better because people don't have a attention span of 2.5 seconds. If your hook on TikTok, if your hook is not good, you're cooked. If you don't say the the most outrageous thing in the first 3 seconds, you're never gonna blow up. Know what I mean? So yeah. Would you take this short if this candle closes below the fair value gap? No. Basically, like those. If you're listening to the YouTube videos, or if you want to use, let's say, the YouTube strat, you would always need some sort of fair value gaps to find your trades off of, because you need a zone where historically this zone gives pullbacks because you can locate buyers and sellers. So right now we're absolutely in a chop. We're not even creating bullish fair value gaps on the 15. If you're not even creating, it's either there's two ways to trade this model. It's if you create a gap, let's say, and then you sweep buy side, there's a gap just below you, you find signs of weakness right here to trade back towards the gap, or you wait for price to create a fair value gap, and then if we have an immediate reaction from it and we cannot even close inside of it, then there is possible longs because there is a lot of buying pressure inside this gap. So if there is none of them being created on the higher time frame, there's not any logic behind your trades. You're just pattern trading the 1 minute. That's really the difference. If you have that kind of patience to wait for your setup, like there, even if you're trading inversions, I'm saying, like, you could get so good at them. I'm being honest. Like, you could become so good at them if you're like, okay, right now I'm gonna lock in on that shit, and I'm gonna be the best inversion trader out there. You could, but you will have to make some rules, like create some rules for your system that people don't have in order to be the best. Or you're gonna have to, be patient to a level where you would take, let's say, 15 trades a month rather than 35. You need something that gives you that type of edge over people, even. Your smile and laugh keep me coming back, and the knowledge too. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Collins. That made me smile, not gonna lie. Bro, please give us some banger signal. Yo, yo, chill out, bro. Yo, if I see something, I'm gonna take. I told y'all, like, when I stream on YouTube, I am gonna be aggressive. Like, I don't give a, no, I don't give a shit. So I'm gonna be aggressive, but when I'm gonna enter, like, for a $200 trade, knowing that I have $6,000 of drawdown, it doesn't hurt me to take a super aggressive scalp. All right. entertainment purposes. But you know, if I take the trade, it's because it's a good trade and has, you know, the framework, everything behind it. But if you see me, let's say, take a trade with 900 or $1,000 of size, that means that it was my A plus setup. And but I'm pretty picky with those, so right now still looking for it, didn't see it, so I still didn't take any like I didn't trade at all today. I saw some good opportunities but couldn't enter on. I'm messing with, yeah, I know, bro, trust me. Now, bro, don't be aggressive if you're going to kill me. Nah, not trust. Trust. But yeah, don't use like I said, like you have the first thing that comes in my stream. Don't signal bot for sure. Don't signal bot or don't fade me. Not financial advice. Doing this for entertainment purposes. All right, entertainment only. So let's say the model on YouTube is based on three things. It's liquidity, fair value gaps, and inversion for value gaps. So let's say you have a sell side liquidity. If you sweep the sell side right here and you create a bearish gap right here, you would want to find an inverse to target the fair value gap created right here on the 15. Okay, that's like one of the models. Another model would be that you have, let's say, a range and then you have a gap below that sell side. So a zone where you expect buyers to stand up. So then once you sweep that liquidity, you want to take a look at what's the reaction once you sweep that low and you react to that 15-minute gap. If you can't close below the you know the sell side and you react immediately to the gap and you see an inverse right here from the leg that created the sweep, that's an opportunity to go along for me, let's say, with the framework I give on YouTube. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Or let's say the third one on other videos that we see is like when you have an RTH gap, which means that price is trading right here and you just look at the chart traded during New York. So let's say here we close at 4:15 p.m. Next day we open up right here at 9:30. Then there is a gap. If you gapped up from yesterday's close, it means that you're at premium. And at premium, if you see bullish for value gaps get disrespected, then it's most likely a good sign that you will come back to rebalance towards that RTH gap. You know, those are all frameworks to read price rather than just um, you know, pattern trading the M1 or the first fair value gap that you see. You see, like there's a lot of fair value gaps that will, you know, hold, and there's a lot of inversion fair value gaps that will fail, you know, in a day. Yeah, if there is a loss, like one thing, if you truly want me to be honest, one thing that I learned with backtesting, all right, the biggest piece of advice or the biggest thing that I learned in backtesting was no matter your system, you will face outrageous, outrageous. When I say outrageous, I really mean it. Outrageous lose streaks. Okay, there will be some market conditions where you will, bro, your long will be the high of day, or your short will be like every time you will short or long, it will be the signal to go in the opposite direction, bro. If you have so many years of backtested data, like you will see that sometimes, like it doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes you will need to face super big loss streaks, but it will eventually get better. That's what I learned. It will eventually get better no matter the system you're trading. So, yeah. So don't think. Usually, what happens is that some people just start trading a strategy, and if you don't have the data on it, then it's super hard to face those loss streaks because you don't know if it's actually a good strategy or not. That refers also to the video you made on TikTok last time, Joel. You were talking about, uh, you know, don't don't look at YouTube videos thinking that every single information is the right information. Just go and take a look at, uh, you know, if the information is valid or not. Because of course there will be a lot of people that want to give you value on YouTube, but would put it in a way to clickbait a little bit, or they will tell you that it's a really good strategy when in fact it's pretty mid. So you have to validate that fact for yourself. But yeah, if there is one thing I know is that no matter, let's say you're using IFVGs, there will be one IFVG throughout the day that will most likely give you 10 handles. That's what I know. It could be also a fair value gap. There will be also an order block or breaker, but find your model. Lots of misleading stuff out there if you don't check the data for yourself. Yeah, for sure. But that's one thing. That's one thing like you could you could know before. Like for me, um, when I first started trading, I had a hard time believing because I'm just like that as a person. I have a hard time believing people. Let's say I look at a YouTube video, I already know that the chances are the person making the YouTube video, if I had to bet, he possibly made the video for his own interest and for the interest of getting views rather than my own interest, the viewer, which is getting actual value from it. Knowing this, I'm like, what he can say to me could be misleading, you know? So that's why you need to differentiate who you think is a good mentor and who you think is pretty mid. He is selling some sort of course right now. I don't know who you're referring to. Yeah, there is SMT between ES and NQ right here. If we have a down close candle right here on the 15, we could see lower in my opinion. But yeah, summer months PA are not is not easy PA at all. Okay. I know who you're talking about. But yeah, don't believe everything you see online. That's first thing. Yeah, words don't look bad for me if I do see aggression, but this 4 hour will close, and what we could see is like a resweep of that high to then go back. We usually see that pretty often, but since we're rejecting it, there is also a confirmation that it could not do that also. I don't know if this is the thing. Let's say Joel, for me, like when I'm not sure of the bias, or when I'm pretty scared of entering in some sort of trades, I just take a quick scalp rather than a bigger picture play. You know. So like right here, oh my days, it's placing pretty hard. So we have SMT at those highs here. Or market structure shifting to the downside. If that 15-minute candle closes below that candle right here, will be pretty strong. I don't know if it's gonna pull back. I don't think so, but that would be a really good confirmation. If I had like to enter inside this range, like this 2-minute order block, so breaker in this case, this down close candles before, it's not a series of down close candles, it's one down close candle before the breakup. That would be used as resistance in order to go back to the downside. Not really eyeing this though. I still see that it could be a really good short opportunity for sure. Scary, actually scary when you start seeing those. Yeah, these are news. When there's news, where the market in 2025 is crazy. If you don't put your stop loss before you put your take profit, yeah, it's really choppy, man. It's actually scary. What I would want to see for me actually is like a resweep of this 4-hour high to then go back down. If I see candle closure right here back on the 15, could potentially look for shorts, but we're stuck inside this range for now. But we had an accumulation candle on the 1-hour. We're still trading inside this 1-hour range, which is scary. That's why I don't like about this, let's say, the setup. Yes, there is SMT at the high right here, but we cannot break out or reject the range formed at 11. So we are chopping. Like this is like we're chopping inside this high and this low. Usually I hate to see that. Usually I would want to see those extremes get swept, close back, short, heavy short, downside, short scalp. If this news took off your confidence, they're scary, I'm not gonna lie. Want me to be honest? I'm actually scared of them also. I remember one time on Tradeify TV, I wanted to take a long, but then news dropped and price, you know, started to be super, super aggressive to the downside. And, you know, I didn't take the setup, ended up working, but looking back at it, I think I made the right decision. When you see displacement from news, you don't know if it's just a manipulation or if it's you know, a market structure shift. War is gonna close in 3 minutes. Could see a move up for sure. Back towards these highs. I will look at the reaction from here. There's one thing that's for sure. It's this. We're gonna stay patient here. I want that high. Yeah. Let's say if you're in shorts right now, what you would want to see is NQ rip above this high to create that double SMT, and that SMT hold to create a new low. Not in though, but if I was in shorts, that would be my last line of defense. No, definitely, definitely a trend line resistance. That's for sure. You're trading trend lines. I like, I like that actually. If we can pop this high and then start rejecting, I like it. I actually like it because we just closed on the hourly candle. If we can open high, then start to go down, that could be a good play for me. Especially since this last 15-minute candle is pretty big, we need to rebalance. So for a scalp back to the downside, I like it. And we do have SMT at this high. So now, yeah, right now, if you're in shorts, let's say on the ES, you would want to see displacement down. The open is here. So I'll take a look. We could have a short opportunity to the downside if price wants to start rejecting here. I don't hate it. Yeah, I'll stay patient here, but I think we could have a good short. That's what I want to see. Right now we have this order block. So you see the last down close candle before the up move. So before this break of structure. So if we're truly bullish, we should respect this to create new highs. If not, we will disrespect it. What I'll do possibly is I'll wait for the second distribution and catch the second down move basically from that range. What's up, Morty? So this up move right here is not a bad sign. For me, it's a confirmation that we are manipulating to the upside, creating a potential upwick of a bearish candle. So not a bad confirmation for now. I was gonna short, but after what you said, nah, nah. Take your own trades, bro. That's just my way of viewing it. You see right now, we opened higher right here. So this is what you want to see if you think that this candle will end up being bearish. But what you want to see though is price shifting below the most recent low. So you have a market structure shift. So here in this case, we're still chopping, rejecting both highs and lows. Appreciate you, bro. Watching my stream while sitting in the office. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, the resweep here of that 4-hour high. You can see this 4-hour candle does not have any down wick on ES, which is not something that we see often. If we take a look at this whole chart, let's say in the last week, there is no candles inside this whole range that didn't have any down wick right here, which means that this is an anomaly in the market, and there could be, a lot of selling pressure right here back to the open to create the down wick of this candle. That's what I look for also. If a candle does not have any up wicks or down wicks, I would expect some sort of move back towards the opening price of that candle to create the down wick of that candle. Let's say like here in this whole chart, there's not even one candle without any down wick or up wick. Like there's this one, but you can see like how it doesn't happen often. Yeah, there's also this one, but it's usually during the Asian session. Like in New York, usually is volatile enough to see that. Are you live every day? No. Only on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, I really like this opportunity. Possibly, if we can have a down move right now, I would definitely. I'm eyeing some shorts. Is it possible we can explain that breaker? Yeah, for sure. So you see, let's say if I go on this 2-minute chart, I have a high, a low, high, low, higher high. Okay, so high, low, higher, low, higher high. So for me, let's say inside this whole range, when I break above a high, I take the last down move before that break. Okay, and I'm saying to myself, okay, if we're truly bullish, we should respect the zone to create a new high, right? So that's what I say to myself. But if I want to short, let's say, I wouldn't try to short right here. I would wait to see those, order blocks fail, to use them as resistance to go back down. So you wait for, let's say, a breaker block is a failed order block. So a high, low, higher high. This block should hold in order to create a new high. But what will happen is that it will fail. So you use it as resistance to create a new low. So that's possibly what I'm eyeing. I want to see price, digging below those blocks and showing me strength to rebalance to see this wick fill. Possibly. I'll mark out 50% of that, which is a big level. I want to see it right now though. Like, I want to see price crash down now, possibly. I have been trading in crypto, but you are inspiring me to get into futures. What approach do you suggest for a beginner? I appreciate you first. Second, I think the best approach is prop firms. Starting with demo capital, demo trading for in the beginning, and then once you start having a good strategy and you have a lot of data and you can manage your emotions well, you you possibly try to go live with that prop firm. So yeah, so for me it was ICT Concepts at first, and locked in that those concepts with prop firms. So a lot of really good, valuable information on YouTube. Of course, it's gonna take you time to go through all of them. But if you are not a beginner and you're trading crypto, then all that psychology and risk management stuff is all you possibly already have it dialed in. So didn't get the down move I wanted. Fortunately, would have been really good though. Hi Miles, love your stream. I'm 1K away from the first payout, 100K advance funded. What would you suggest? Stay consistent. Just follow your plan, bro. Do exactly what you did to get there. To pass your account, to get one trade away from getting your payout. Just do the same exact thing that put your account in that position, and it should be good, in my opinion. Yeah, price is is hard to read right now. I'm telling you. Like as soon as I saw that we couldn't, like we were still inside this 1 hour range, man, I saw it so much, just not not pushing through. But even right here, like not having any down wick on this candle, I definitely expect price to trade back here. Definitely to create that down wick on ES. It could be that first candle's fake out though. That first 15-minute bullish candle generating buyers. Open high, flip, bearish candle. You could see that. But yeah, Mike, just do whatever you did to get there. I think you're pretty good. If you pass your account and you're one trade away from the payout, it's not a small achievement. It means you're pretty consistent with it. All right. Okay, that's not bad. I like it actually. Oh my days. Yeah, this is possibly news, bro. I want to see this candle drive up though. I want to see this candle drive up towards that high, then start flipping. That would be a really good setup for me. I don't want to see that reject here. Right now we do have a scenario of the YouTube strat. We swept buy side into this 15-minute gap, and we have a 1-minute singular fair value gap right here, and there's no gaps on any other time frames for now. Like rejecting this, like especially if you inverse on this fourth candle, it's not a bad short for a quick scalp. Yeah, usually when you're one trade away from passing, let's say your eval or getting a payout, what usually happens is that you have expectations and you think about it too much. You're like, okay, I'm gonna do this with my money. When I'm gonna get funded, I'm gonna do this, and these expectations are so bad because if you don't have it, if you cannot get that payout, the emotions are gonna be pretty negative towards that failure. So I want to see it drive up towards this high, sweep that buy side right here. So this 15-minute candle is high. I want to see that being swept. And once it's swept, then I'll be looking for shorts. What do you mean? What do you mean, Prince? What? What do you say that? You keep sending me the wrong details to activate my account. Yeah, the thing is right now, um, they're changing their website, so they have few issues. It's gonna take some time before everything is gonna be back to normal. I'm sorry if you have issues with them. It's possibly gonna be it's gonna be better pretty soon, hopefully. I think it will. But no, I get it. You have the right to be mad, but stay patient. I think they're doing their best, bro. This firm, if you like, I met those people, bro, and I'm telling you, like they're really legit. Like they're really good people. So yeah, just stay patient and you'll have it. The 2 day limit? No, bro. They will give you your account. Trust me. Like, do not worry about that. They know that there was issues with the migration, so they will not penalize someone for a role. Let's say a role like the 2 day limit. Like I don't know if it's actually a role like 2 day limit, but I don't know what you're referring to. I think you're referring to like putting on a trade every 5 days. I think this is a rule. But even that, if you did not have access to your account, they will not like their support is really good. I literally met the guys from the support team. Like bro, they're not dumb. It's not. It's a really good support. Not like there's a lot of firms with some pretty bad support. I'm not gonna state any names, but today's to activate the account. Yeah, they got you on that, bro. Trust me, they got you. Just stay in touch with the support and they get you right. But yeah, in terms of support, they're up there. They're really good. Some firms you will not get a response after 3, 4, 5 days, and the response will be sloppy as hell. One trade a day. Nice. Come on. keep going on that. One trade a day is the best. Man, I want to see that high being swept. Come on, man. I want to see this high being purged, then a shift, and that would be a really good short for me. I don't want to short that right now. So let's say even if you were trading inversions, this 5-minute, you would need to see candle closure below this 5-minute fair value gap right here to potentially go short if you're using the strat. If not, then let's say here I would want to see price trading above this 15-minute candle's high to then start trading back down. So like I would like to see price trading around 23,300, then closing below 77. That would be the best. Hopefully we'll get it. In your opinion, trading live improve your trading or trading psychology? It improved my patience really, because yeah, it improved everything, literally everything, because you know you could be rewarded at any time for being patient. So you don't force any trades, you don't settle for less, basically. So let's say right now, even if I had, let's say, a short opportunity, I need to follow my plan because I know that I have the odds are with me if I follow my plan, and if not, then the odds are not with me. So I'm just, if I'm not waiting, I'm gambling. So right here, right now, I would want to see this candle flip. So right now it's trading, it's bullish. You see, like we have an up move, but for me to take a short, I would need this candle to, you know, create the upwick. So this up move would be the upwick creation of a future bearish candle. So for me, to see that confirmation, I would need to trade back below the open, see a market structure shift, and then the short inside that market structure shift is pretty strong. So, and also we have a 15-minute unfilled gap, so that would be a pretty A plus if we do get a market structure shift right now as we speak. If we start getting down aggressively, oof. So this first inverse is, you know, the most aggressive play inside this range, but the market structure shift would be the passive play. You know, every time it's always that. Let's say you have a move like this, let's say a candle, you would want to see distribution. Let's say it's a bearish distribution, you would want to see open high. If you see this inverse, then you could be early in a move that would result in a candle closing bearish on the higher time frame. So let's say you're in early, boom, and then it keeps dumping and then it closes. So you were in right here, but sometimes it will squeeze you out of that range to create a new high. So if you waited for that market structure shift, then you didn't take that loss. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So the market structure shift would be a little bit more patient. Bro, what is this? Yeah, man, ES is really strong. Yeah. This daily chart on the ES though was pretty clear that this Wednesday's candle was going to be a bullish candle. because of the fact that it reversed. But having that big of a move is it's pretty insane. Daily, even on NQ, it's pretty good. But yeah, to respond to your question, Harsh uh, improved everything, really. It just makes you so much more patient. It makes you realize that you don't need to be taking 5 trades every single day, or putting on a risk for no reason all the time. Just wait for your A plus setup and the odds are with you. Hold back here, 2 minutes. Yeah, this is not what I wanted to see, fortunately. Like, what we would need to see right now is like 3 ginormous candles, like huge displacement candles. There is going to be a 3 minute gap here, but the timing is right. We've been live for 2 hours trying to take trades and literally nothing right now. That's crazy. You took a short and it worked. Nice. See if we can close back inside the range of the previous. If we do, it could be a good confirmation. Displacing, yeah. Why didn't you do that earlier? Did it close below? No, it didn't. You see how it didn't close below? It was literally like super algorithmic. I still have this unfilled 15-minute gap as my draw. But yeah, I'll stay patient. So unfortunate, man. So unfortunate. Come on, man. I wanted to see that short happen a little bit. I'll stay for this one. We could see a potential long back again, but we'll see. We'll see what's going to be the reaction from this. Even like, let's say I wanted to answer shorts right here, since like you see this 15-minute candle couldn't close above the previous candle's high, and we had a gap here on the 15, so that became my draw. So if I had, let's say exactly in this case, we had the open high inverse and that 15 can't close, that would be my resistance level to go back towards the internal gap, which this is what I was watching for, but the 3-minute didn't inverse. So I think it was still a good opportunity, but not respecting the rules here for me. So we'll see what will happen inside this range. What's up, Sammy Fruit? It was Sammy Fruit. Wagwan, homie. Sammy Fruit is the goat of coding, bro. He's gonna code my indicator soon. So if you enjoy the stream, guys, just make sure to hit the like, share. Where do you live trade every day? I live trade 3 times a week on YouTube and every single day on my YouTube on my Discord. Sorry. Take care, Sammy Fruit. Take care, my brother. What's up, Ali? We're spamming Amaz, bro. What happens? What's happening? I'll take a look at long opportunities right here. If we can, if we're respecting this gap perfectly. Not against longs. Like it. Nah, you're good, bro. You're good. 3 days is enough. But yeah, because I live trade on Tradeify TV once a week, so it would be on Wednesdays, and on Sundays I'm doing a weekly recap. So going over the trades I think were the best ones using the framework I share on YouTube. My personal strategy is a little bit different. I have my own parameters and you know stuff that are hard to understand a little bit. So yeah, damn, love your smile. Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah, what's up with that smile? Only getting compliments from men, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. I'm joking. Oh yeah, it's literally the same thing for everything. Even let's say you're a guy, you start going to the gym, bro. You're not getting any compliments from females, bro. Only the guys will tell you, bro, your physique is insane, or you do this, you do that. But yeah, yeah, they don't. They want us to compliment them. But we had a good move during the AM session right here. I just couldn't see my entry here, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll take a look at a possible long opportunity right here. I think we have some room to go to the upside. After that fair value gap gets rejected, we'll see. If I have a good opportunity right here, I will not shy away from it. Especially right now, I think it's a pretty good one. So we'll definitely take a look at if I can trade it on all my accounts. Yes, yes, yes. Stop with that signal botting, bro. Come on. Come on, man. My setup, I can't really right now because my cam is inside, like it's locked in with my PC right now. But yeah, I could make a video showing my trading setup. Pretty simple though. I want to see a big move from here. Also have that 3 minute right here. Inverse. I think this is pretty good still for a long. Which platform do I suggest? What do you mean? Like you want a paper trade, basically? Just want to take trades and know if like get familiar with the platform and the, let's say, the NQ, or depending on what you want to trade. Is that your question? Come on, bro. Breakout. I want to see a breakout of that range. I want to see us trade, like, hold the open, break above, pull back in, back to the upside. That's what I want to see. Yeah. It looks like price just don't want to give me anything for now. Still gonna be patient though, not gonna force anything inside this range. But could have seen something pretty nice here if I had the right confirmations. Yeah. Yeah, they don't look horrible. But I rather take longs there. Bro, that shit's gonna be a shitty ass setup. Yeah. I don't even want to engage in that one, to be honest. I don't like this one. I'm gonna pass on it. Have a nice day, Marika. Bro, structure is just so important when I want to take a trade. And right here, like, and even if I see price going higher, I don't have the right structure. I don't have the right structure to enter on. So right now, what would I want to see is price going lower. I still think we're going to take out this high right now, but I want to see price going lower first, then go back to the upside. Yeah, 2:48 p.m. It's getting pretty late, guys. Again, that summer PA is really slow, and I don't have the right confirmations to get in, so I'd rather be break even on the day than giving back, my full size, which is around $1,000 per account, which is, let's say right here, I wanted to long for sure, but I did not have the right structure. And yeah, so if I would have lost on this trade, I would have been pissed. So looking back at it, I don't really care about missing out on it. But I did see price going to the upside. I knew you had more chances of, breaking highs than shooting down to create new lows. But yeah, I'm still happy that I didn't take this trade, because if I did and I lost on that one and gave back 5K of profits, I would have been mad at myself. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Appreciate y'all so much for showing love. We're more and more every single day on stream, and I appreciate you guys. Hopefully, I'll do more and more live sessions in the future. I am live every single Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on my YouTube channel. Okay, Wednesday will be on Tradeify TV, but this week it's a Friday. Okay, I'm gonna be live at 9:15 a.m. EST on Friday. All right, Tradeify TV, gonna take some banger trades, and yeah. So appreciate you guys so much. If you want to check out the best prop firm in the game, definitely check out Tradeify. They have accounts where you don't even need to pass any evals. Okay, these are my go-to. If you want to pass evals or go for the accounts that are a little bit cheaper, they're really good. They are 1 day to pass accounts and pretty cheap also. So make sure you use code AMOS for the best discount. Okay, that supports me, and that also supports the future giveaways and everything that I post on this channel. So I appreciate you guys so much for the love, and I see you guys tomorrow at